So I'm celebrating 78 years in a day now. Look at that. That's for a little hat I wore at a small party yesterday, and there's some cards up on the top there. I don't feel that much older, but there we are. But I thought I'd look at something 30 years ago in 1991 when I went to America and did a really big trip to Puzzle Party in Culver City, LA, and my first trip to San Francisco, the Exploratorium, had to go there, my mecca, and then finish up with my friend Mark in New York for the fun at Roma and so on. So a lot of stuff and a big case. In fact, there's 3 cases, 1991, 92. But I have to say the big stuff is not so good as the small stuff. I'll do a demonstration of the big items I bought, which look magnificent. I mean, this is an amazing thing. It's a Takara toy. It doesn't do that much. You turn it on, it's acoustic, so you have to touch here or make a noise, and the thing opens and closes, and he's even got a little saxophone there, but he doesn't play it or try to play it. But it relies on noise, and then he gently animates like that. Okay. But the box it came in, which I'll show in a minute, is huge. It takes up a lot of space. Another one, which again I quite like, but it's a bit too repetitive, is this one here with hummingbirds, which you turn it on. So that's nice. I mean, it's a nice noise, but the trouble is it is repetitive. It doesn't do anything else, whereas the little birds that we sold had a random movement, which is nice. It just goes up and down and eventually does turn itself off. Again, I think that's the car, yes. The most disappointing, there's one more which I like, but this is the most disappointing one because it looks absolutely magnificent. It's a wonderful trumpet. It's starting to make a noise as well. And what's the trouble here is they made it about 20 years too early. The sound chip technology hadn't taken off, which it did in the late 90s. You get a lovely sound nowadays with the trumpet voluntary. But it's got a loudspeaker. It's got you push some air in there. These don't do anything, but it plays up. I think I'd do without that, really. It's a disappointing thing because it's such a wonderful appearance of the thing, but it just is 20 years too early because the chip technology hadn't taken off. It's got a very weak thing, but I certainly keep it for the sheer quality of the workmanship that's gone into making it. That's the battery door at the bottom, incidentally. And I just take my hat off to the people who had the temerity to make it and just bemoan the fact that the chip technology was 20 years too early because it's so much better like that. There's one final toy from that period, which was 1991, which I do quite like actually. It's I see if I can get this into camera shot. It's really meant for small kids, probably small girls who like pictures and things, to put in their bedroom and with a picture of themselves or a party or their fan or something. We turn it on. It turns on like this and animates. So where's the microphone? It's down here. So the flowers open and close really quite spectacularly. I mean, it's really quite an astonishing thing, isn't it? The opening and closing. And it's just responding to sound. So if it's quiet in the child's bedroom, it won't move. When you start making noise, it starts to dance. Lovely idea, that. So, okay, it's not bad at all. Just as a scenario, though, I mean, that is the best. I'm going to show these two, which are a bit of funness. So this one I showed at the beginning, and this one, which I showed second, we can get them to sort of work together. This one will produce the sound. This one will respond to the sound. And we'll see how it works. I've got to turn this one on. That's it. And now, there we are. He's having a go at the hummingbirds, if you can, and all of the flowers are working on the other one as well. So that makes it a little more fun, I suppose, to do that. Stopped, so we've got to do it again. So it's a nice idea, that. But it's just that for something as large as that, and they came in very big boxes, it's not so much pleasure in measuring giggles per cubic inch or whatever measure you use for it. So something which I only mildly regret getting, but I do find that small is beautiful, and the other stuff which I'll be showing in the next couple of videos are all from the same box, the same period, but just smaller and I think much more play value. These are okay-ish, but there we are. And the boxes themselves are pretty big, as you can see. These ones here, look at these. Giant boxes, taking up lots of storage space in my precious running out of room situation here, but those are big boxes for those big pink dinosaurs and the hummingbirds. Yes, well, I really begin to feel small is beautiful, as you'll see in the next video. Anyway, I'm very pleased to have something like this to show, even if it's not going to do very much. And this one as well, and the rest.